Yeah, so when I was at UVA in undergrad, I was a biology major and then ultimately double majored in biology and Spanish. But I was interested in neuroscience. I knew that I liked neuroscience. I took some courses and thought that I wanted to be a neurologist actually. And I did some shadowing of neurologists kind of in the summer or when I was home on breaks, during Christmas or summer. And I was not as interested in the clinical aspect of neurology as I was in the sort of scientific or academic aspects of it. While I definitely appreciate what they do, and it's definitely hard work, I just knew that it wasn't something that I could do from day to day. I actually ended up working as what most places call a psych tech when I was, again, in summers in undergrad at an inpatient psychiatric hospital, which is really about kind of monitoring patients, doing kind of 15-minute checks and making sure people are safe and, kind of assisting on kind of day-to-day things, getting patients to see the doctor or to their therapy groups. So I did that in the summers and started shadowing some psychiatrists then and really liked the work. I thought it was really interesting. I really liked the kind of dynamic between evidence-based medicine and the more sort of nuanced kind of artistic side of psychiatry, I guess. And I think that exists just because there's so much that we don't know about the brain, or how medications work or how psychotherapy works. And so there's something sort of artistic, I guess, about psychiatry. And I really liked that. So from that point, I sort of was on a path to becoming a psychiatrist. I didn't really know what addiction psychiatry was, actually. I didn't think about it as being part of medicine. And I think a lot of people think about addiction treatment as sort of a separate field, right? Like people go to rehab, people go to AA or NA, and it's really about the kind of behavioral treatment and not about medications. But after I graduated from undergrad, I knew I wanted to take a year or two off and sort of explore research opportunities. And I actually worked at UVA as a research assistant in clinical trials. At the time, the chair of the psychiatry department was running large clinical trials for medications for treatment of alcohol, cocaine, and methamphetamine dependence. A number of trials that I worked on. And it was really interesting to me. I thought that the patients are so, they're really desperate looking for something that can help. They've tried a lot of different things. Many of them have been in AA or different kinds of groups for many years and not had a lot of success. And it was interesting to see that medications could play some role in helping people cut down or quit using drugs or alcohol. So I got really interested in it actually from the research side initially, and then sort of learned a lot more about it from that point. I developed a really important mentorship relationship with Naseema A. Dowd, who's still a faculty member there at UVA. And she's sort of been my mentor for more than 10 years at this point. So I worked with them for a couple of years, and then I went to medical school. I actually went in the Caribbean to American University of the Caribbean in St. Martin, and came back to UVA for residency, specifically to work with Dr. A. Dowd, who had been really important and still is a really important professional mentor to me. So that's how I got interested in addiction. It's kind of interesting having no idea what it is, and then going from that to being doing a fellowship and becoming an addiction psychiatrist. And I think the work is very rewarding, making even smaller, or helping patients make smaller changes to their substance use can have really dramatic impacts on their lives. And medications can play a role in psychotherapy also. So that's the origin story, I guess, is interested in neuroscience and sort of the things that you encounter as you progress through your education, your career, sort of, kind of come to a fork in the road and take one way or the other, I guess. But I couldn't be I'm definitely happy I made the decision to become a psychiatrist instead of a neurologist. Like I said, I totally respect what they do, but I definitely appreciate the nuance of psychiatry and being able to make that sort of impact in someone's life or help them make that impact.